Get out of the car!
Thought you've made some bad decisions before? Just wait and see what these former law enforcement officers ended up doing.
Face that direction. Put your hands right here behind your back.
Their actions were so heinous and stupid that it ended up costing them their jobs.
Come on, man. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Prepare to point and laugh at this entourage of idiot cops who ended their careers in one night. Ken Emick.
Dude, I said don't. Come on, man. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
You're not going to grab my hand.
In Greeley, Colorado back in June 2021, law enforcement were called over to Greeley City Hall after a report that a man was attempting to start a fire. When they arrived, they found Matthew Wilson, who supposedly had a warrant placed on him.
Well, being that you've come in, you made some pretty alarming statements over there. Most people got pretty concerned. You said you're on probation?
I don't even know if I'm on probation.
After a short chat with the unhappy man, he had an odd request to share with one of the officers.
You can hug me first, and then you can search me.
Hug first? You see this guy there?
Want to spread your feet for me?
I mean, we're just checking your on.
What's that?
After a body search, Wilson is placed in handcuffs. However, this is where the body camera cop, Officer Ken Emick, starts to get aggressive with him.
I can make you laugh. That's amazing.
Okay.
Why didn't you?
Because right now, you're going to come into my car.
Don't force me. Dude, I said don't.
Come on, man. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
You're not going to grab my hand.
Okay.
Okay? You're not going to grab my hand.
I didn't grab your hand.
You are. So, release.
Officer Emick executes an outlawed move against Wilson, a chokehold. Chokeholds were banned shortly after a police accountability law was put out in 2021. Alongside this, the law also requires body camera footage to be released after any incidents that involve the police. Even one of the cops tried to calm down Emick and tried to get that arm of his off of Wilson's neck.
My wrist hurts, ma'am. Then quit pulling away. I didn't pull away from you.
When the suspect allegedly grabs Emick's hand by accident, assuming that it is his own, he is forced onto his knees.
Excuse me, dude? See how you're grabbing my hand? That's your hand? My bad. My bad. Let go of it. Let go of my hand. Let go of it.
I am not playing with you anymore. You understand? If I tell you to let go of my hand, let go of my hand. I thought it was my hand. I told you twice.
After being pulled back to his feet, Wilson is taken to the police cruiser. Before being taken to the station, Officer Emick vents some pretty concerning things to another officer.
Yeah, I'm just a little I'm not being told by anyone when I'm controlling a suspect what to do. He was not compliant. I'll let him sit there all day. Happy squad, go happy squad. Don't come and tell me how to do my job.
To say Officer Emick is ticked off is an understatement. It is evident that he took out his frustrations on the suspect verbally and physically. Putting excess pressure onto Wilson's hands only complicated the situation more for everyone involved. Emick was charged with assault involving strangulation and was consequently placed on administrative leave from the Greeley Police Department. He was scheduled for court at a later date for excessive force charges. Blake Shimek.
Dude, oh my God. Hey, you're gonna, dude, what are you doing?
In this advanced digital age, almost everyone has a phone in their hands, and many Americans feel the need to whip out their devices and start recording when something happens. In this incident that took place in Texas in 2020, things went awry after a traffic stop with 23-year-old Dylan Puentes.
My name is Sergeant Schmont, Dakota Police Department. The reason being stopped today, you made a wide right turn when you turned from 1709 to 377. Any reason why you rolled your window up when I walked up to this car?
No, sir.
You've been driving it down for the past mile?
I just rolled it up.
All right, step out of the car for me.
Puentes was reportedly looking nervous before the traffic stop was made and rolled up his dark-tinted windows after it was done. Keller police called these things an officer safety concern. It seemed that all of this was enough for Sergeant Blake Shimek to abruptly arrest Puentes on the spot.
Face that direction. Face that direction. Put your hands right here behind your back. Don't move. Do you understand? Why are you acting so suspicious? Well, what, you roll your window up when I'm walking up on scene for a routine traffic stop. Ain't nothing going on. You roll your window up. What does that look like to me?
I mean, I'm just rolling it up because it's for my safety.
For your safety?
Yeah.
That's when Puentes' 39-year-old father, Marco Puentes, was fortunate enough to arrive on the scene in his truck and record the stunning events unfolding.
Nothing. I rolled out my window.
Take off.
That's my dad.
Yeah.
I rolled out my window.
The father is adamant that he is doing nothing wrong by simply recording what is going on. After all, it is a First Amendment right.
Well, that's what happened, huh?
Yeah.
You're about to be arrested for blocking the roadway if you don't park and get out.
I rolled
Park and get out?
Park over there.
You said I can. It's my right.
You are interfering with my job. You need to go park over there.
I'm just reporting you.
While Shimek calls for help and explains to Dylan Puentes about how suspicious he was looking and that he couldn't see clearly what could have been going on behind those tinted windows being rolled up, the father parks the car and positions himself on the sidewalk to continue recording. The response: to have him arrested by Officer Ankit Tomer.
Arrest him. For what?
All right. Put your phone down.
Blocking the roadway?
Put your phone down. Turn around.
No, man,
Nope.
for what?
Hey.
What? Hold on. What am I blocking?
Nope.
I'm
All
not
right, put your
blocking
phone
any
down.
roadway.
Nope.
Standing here. And now he's taking my phone away.
Hey. What are you gonna?
Dude, oh my God.
Hey, you're gonna.
Dude, what are you doing?
You're gonna get sprayed. Okay.
I'm not
Put your
even
hands
doing
down.
anything. My God. Spray him. I'm not even doing anything.
Despite parking his car elsewhere to prevent any blockages on the road, he's still accused of blocking the roadway and gets both detained and pepper sprayed for filming it all. Officer Shimek could be heard repeatedly calling for the pepper spray to be used.
Dude, give me a towel for my eyes or something. This is crazy.
We're going to stand you up, okay?
This power trip came to a crashing halt, thankfully. Days after, the police chief apologized to the victim and withdrew all charges. A 42-page lawsuit was filed against both Shimek and Tomer for violating the First, Fourth, and 14th Amendment rights of both the Puentes. As for Shimek, he found himself demoted to officer for the illegal arrest for the arrest of a person who committed no crimes. Isn't poetic justice so delicious? Donovan William Roes.
Get out of the car!
Get out of the car right now. Out of the car, I have to see hands.
Hands up in the air!
The police in America often deal with drunken drivers causing havoc, but this clip from Florida during July 2022 has a shocking twist to behold. When 26-year-old Donovan William Roes was spotted by an officer speeding on a highway in Florida, emergency lights were activated. Roes, in response, bolted off at speeds of over 110 miles per hour.
How many people in the car? Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Get out of the car right now. Out of the car, I have to see hands.
Hands up in the air!
Hands up in the air right now. Turn around, turn around. Turn around, do not face me, turn around.
The chase, thankfully, came to a screeching halt with no one harmed, despite the vehicle swerving and almost colliding with other vehicles. It lasted for 4 miles.
Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the up. Get right over here. I don't give a who you are. Get on your knees.
Hey, I'm a cop.
And there's the big twist. No, Roes isn't lying here. When he was confronted, he identified himself as a Miami-Dade police officer. It was clear to see by his apparent lack of balance that he was drunk.
You used to work for Miami-Dade.
Hey, I can read that, man.
A quick search of the car, and the officers discovered quite the haul in the back. Guns and radios.
Oh, Jesus. Sarge, I can't see it. Well, that wasn't on when he passed me. No, he's drunk.
Did you turn that? Did you turn that on, or it was on?
The irony of it all, even Roja's emergency lights were on during the chase too. In his intoxicated state, he doesn't even remember the events that took place clearly after being taken to the station.
What are you charging me with, bro?
Fleeing, DUI.
Fleeing?
Fleeing.
Brother, really? I pulled over.
Oh man, you pulled over after almost 5 miles.
Really? I didn't even notice you, bro. And I'm sorry about that, but like, I pulled over as soon as I noticed you.
While being processed at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Roes refused to take part in a breathalyzer test. He received charges of suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol, fleeing, and evading the police. The Miami-Dade Police Department relieved him of all of his duties without pay shortly afterwards. We've said this countless times before, and we'll keep reminding everyone watching. Never ever drink and drive under any circumstances, and that goes double if you're a cop. Eric Casebolt.
Don't make me around here with 30 pounds of goddamn gear on the sun because you want to screw around out here?
When an entourage of teenagers get rowdy around a community swimming pool that they aren't members of, it's only understandable that the police are going to be called for such a disturbance. The events that took place in McKinney, Texas in 2015 made headline news when things escalated and became chaotic. This pool party has become anything but fun for everyone now. Corporal Eric was one of many officers called to disperse the teenagers and calm things down. His aggressive, hasty actions would only make the situation 10 times worse. Students had recorded the events unfold on their phones. Casebolt could be seen using excessive force against one of the girls in a bikini. We're not stopping there, as Casebolt does even crazier things. Even the officers on the scene could be spotted holding him back briefly when he had his pistol out. Since a number of the students who were present were black, it opened up the ongoing discussion about race in America, and whether or not these overly aggressive actions were a product of racism. The video went viral, and protests were made in response.
Hold up, sir. I told you to stay.
Yeah.
Don't make me around here with 30 pounds of goddamn gear on the sun because you want to screw around out here?
One of the teenagers, Adrian Martin, was handcuffed and charged with evading arrest and interfering with a police officer. He spoke on ABC News, explaining that he slipped while moving away from the scene and that he was simply trying to help out Becton. He also singled out Casebolt as the officer who was causing trouble.
Some professional officers that were doing their job right, they were being respectful, but this one officer, he was taking it out of hand. He was real aggressive.
While Martin's charges were quickly dropped, Casebolt had been placed on administrative leave. Days after the video went viral, according to Casebolt's lawyer, the former officer had resigned from his position. James Guzy.
Black people with two of you white Trump supporters.
Back in March 2021, an arrested and handcuffed Felicia Jenkins was pulled into the Hartford Police Department's holding area in Connecticut. She was swearing and using racial slurs to the other people present, mostly towards the white officers. That includes the body camera cop, too.
I can fight you in my handcuffs, I can fight this in my handcuffs, and I can fight that cracker that don't
Go ahead, do it. Ready, man. Let's do it.
I bet you is.
Oh,
You
yeah.
always want to take somebody down.
Let's
You
do
got
it,
a
man.
squat sick on your arm. You got that damn here, okay? Tattoo on your arm, you devil.
Yeah.
The body camera cop is accused by the convict for having Nazi symbols tattooed on him and was repeatedly described as a devil and a cracker. The racism and abuse continues as Jenkins is body searched. This horrible woman is not holding back in the slightest.
They don't give a about you, and they don't about you making a difference. And as long as you want to do your job, you ain't gonna never help your peoples with your You're dumb. You work for the devil. You're dumb. You crack.
Stand back. Stand back.
You.
You. Stand back. You work in corrections? That's unbelievable.
One of the other officers makes the effort to calm down Guzy in hopes of putting a stop to her foul-mouthed, prejudiced verbal tirade. It's not enough to keep her settled, as she continues to hurl abuse against the body camera cop and even tries to hit him.
It's amazing, man.
It's amazing that motherfucker.
Get back from me. Get back.
Man, what you
Get
want
back,
to?
or you'll be an assault on police.
I don't give a
When 47-year-old Sergeant James Guzy was nearby, Jenkins hurled abuse towards him as well, branding him a supporter of Donald Trump like it was some kind of slur. And then this happened.
You crack.
164 now.
Man, shut the up. Shut black people with two of you white Trump supporters.
Oof, that's gotta hurt. Honestly, it's easy to feel absolutely no sympathy for Jenkins chowing down on a knuckle sandwich here. The thing is, whether you think she deserved it or not, Guzy was still arrested on a charge of third-degree assault. Hartford Police Chief Jason Thode wrote in a statement that, despite the detainee's inappropriate behavior, the officer should never have behaved in this manner. And this is simply unacceptable. If only he kept his cool and restrained from such a hasty response. Ivory, Streer, and Mark Gardner. Our last video takes us to this shocking event, pun perhaps intended, that took place in Atlanta, Georgia in May 2020. During dangerous protests, two teenagers from Spelman College, 20-year-old Tanya Pilgrim and 22-year-old Messiah Young, ended up in a verbal altercation with an officer.
He's getting in the car. He's with us getting in the car.
It's difficult to hear what the officer is saying exactly, but he ends up telling the couple that they will be arrested if they don't comply with his instructions. Suddenly, the officer forcefully opens the door of the vehicle and tries to pull Young out. Young attempts to escape the scene after being grabbed, but aren't able to go far as they're stuck in a traffic jam. The officers easily catch up and apply their tasers.
No, I don't know what's going on. Okay, stop the car, stop! Stop! Okay, I'm getting out, Stop!
It's hard to miss how Pilgrim was zapped for an elongated period of time with the taser. After all, she was only a passenger and had no control of the vehicle. Of course, they didn't spare Young either, who was also treated with excessive force that would end up hospitalizing him briefly. Young was initially arrested for fleeing a scene and for driving with an expired license, though these charges were dropped by the request of the mayor. Young was also taken to the hospital for stitches and treatment for a broken arm. Two officers, Detective Ivory Streer and Detective Mark Gardner, were fired as a result of their actions during this event, while several others were demoted to desk duty. And that's it for our list of idiot cops who ended their careers in one night. And whoever said that justice is blind. Seriously though, these were real eye-openers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on which one of these cops you were glad to see get the discipline they deserve for their destructive actions. To support the channel, Please consider liking the video, subscribing for more content, and don't forget to check out the videos on screen now. Until next time, thanks for watching, and stay safe out there, folks.